Shalom, shalom. Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahushai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahushai. Call Lion La Abanawa Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachaha Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutation to the hopeful elect, pushing his word in truth and sincerity. Brothers Araya Allah coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. This topic is going to go into the Lord is not the author of confusion. Okay, because you have Jake out here who is confused, man, and they're in that confused state. Okay, they still have the dust on them. All right, they don't have the law, statutes, and commandments, man. They don't understand the fear of the Lord. Okay, and this topic, the reason why I brought it back up is because back in the past, when I first was, coming into this truth, you had this Jake who would try to use scriptures to dignify, whether they can eat pork or not, and my family members do it and things of that nature. All right, but we, being a part of this truth, we have to be defenders of the gospel. All right, we have to be able to defend these holy scriptures or in battle those, okay, because this is a fight. All right, so first I want to get let's get 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 33. It says, for Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints, man. And who are the saints? The saints are the Israelites, man. All right, in the church, all right, as I said in my last lesson, is the tabernacle of David, all right, which is the Israelites, all right, more so of the elect, okay, and those are the ones that Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai is dealing with, okay. So the Heavenly Father is not the author of confusion. So the things that he said in the Old Testament, they still apply in the New Testament, okay. And just to back that up real quick, let's just go to the book of Malachi. All right, it's the book of Malachi, chapter 3 and verse 6. Okay, this is the Lord speaking. All right, this is for I am the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Okay, so the Lord is not going to change. The Lord is not going to switch up. Okay, the Lord is only dealing with the nation of Israel. Okay, more so of the elect on this side. Okay, and on top of that, he's not going to tell you not to eat these things and not to do these things in the Old Testament. And then in the New Testament, oh, you're under grace, you don't have to do that. And you don't need to eat these foods. And you can eat this and you can do that. No, that's not the case. The Lord said he changed not. All right. So I want to grab 1 Timothy, okay, because you have these Christians that try to use these scriptures and try to dignify whether it's okay for them to eat pork, all right, or shrimp, crab, and lobster. All right, so this is 1 Timothy chapter 4, and I'm gonna start at the top. It says, now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times, right, and we are in the latter times, man, we're in the latter days. All right, you got a lot of things jumping off in the news with the Russia and Ukraine. Okay, you got gas prices going up. You got the food prices going up. It's hyperinflation. All right. It says that in the latter times, some shall depart from the faith. All right. So you're gonna have people falling out this truth. It says giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrine of devils, man. All right. So they're gonna be following all these false doctrines, man. Okay. Verse 2: speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their not. All right, saying that they're the truth and they got the truth and they don't. Okay, and it says conscience seared with a hot iron, meaning their mind is completely set on the whole thing. Okay, verse 3, it says forbidding to marry, commanded to abstain from meats, okay, which the Heavenly Father have created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth. Okay, this is the point. Verse 4, it says for every creature of the Heavenly Father is good, and nothing can be refused, and if it be received with thanksgiving. Okay, so people will use that when I see every creature is good and it can't be refused, meaning as pork and things of that nature. No, that's not what that's going into. All right, I'm gonna read it again. It says for every creature of the Heavenly Father is good, and nothing can be refused if it be received with thanksgiving. All right, so that meaning everything that is lawful, okay, for you to eat. And then it also, if I'm not mistaken, read it again. For every creature of the Heavenly Father is good, and nothing can be received if it be received with thanksgiving. Yeah, so anything that is lawful for you to eat. Because when you go to Leviticus chapter 11, and I'm gonna start at verse 7. I'm gonna start at verse 6. It says, "And the hair, because of truth, the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you." Verse 7, "And the swine, though he divide the hoof, and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you." Verse 8, "Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcasses shall ye not touch, they are unclean to you." All right, so these abominable foods are unclean to us. Okay, so you have pork, which is the swine's flesh. Okay, you got things as far as like catfish, you got shrimp, lobster, crab. What else is it? You got lions. You got, all these different things. Okay, all these different animals that walk the earth. Okay, the land creatures. All right, those certain things you cannot eat. Okay, but we can eat oxtails. We can eat chicken. All right, we can eat lamb. All right, and things of that nature. All right, now let's go to Mark 7, because they like to use that one as well. All right, and then after that, I'm gonna grab Acts, and then we can wrap it up, because this is gonna be a quick hit. So this is Mark 7. All right, it says Mark 7, and I'm gonna start at verse 15. It says, "There is nothing from without a man that enter into him can defile him, but the things which come out of him, those are they that defile the man." Okay, so they'll just read that precept and won't continue to read down. They'll say, "There is nothing without a man that entering into him." So they think what that is saying is, oh, anything that I put in my body is not going to defile me, so it's not unclean. I can eat pork, I can eat this and that and the third. No, that's not what that's saying. All right, it says can defile him, but the things which come out of him, those are they that defile the man. All right, now continuing on, verse 16, it says, "If any man have ears to hear, let him hear." All right, so if you can understand this, all right, turn on your listening ears, or your spiritual listening ears, and receive this this gospel, the true understanding. All right, continuing on, verse 17, it says, "And when he was entered into the house from the people, his disciples asked him concerning the parable." All right, so the disciples, it was asking the Lord Yahushua about the parable. All right, in verse 18, it says, "And he said unto them, Are ye so without understanding also?" He was talking, he yelled at the apostles like, "Look, y'all don't understand either? Y'all don't get this parable that I'm telling y'all?" All right, and it says, "And he said unto them, Are ye without understanding also? Do ye not perceive that whatsoever thing from without enter into man, it cannot defile him?" It says, verse 19, "Because it entereth not into his heart, but into his belly, and goeth out into the draught, purging all meats." And it says, verse 20, "And he said, That which cometh out the man, that defileth the man. Verse 21, "For from within, out of the heart of man, proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murders, thefts, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, an evil eye, blaspheme, pride, foolishness." All right, verse 23, "All these things come from within and defile the man." All right, so these are the things that come from within a man, and those are the things that would defile you. That's what the Lord was talking about. All right, so if those things don't come into you from within, all right, it's not going to defile you. It wasn't talking about food. This whole topic was not talking about food. It was talking about what defiles you that come from within a man. All right, wasn't talking about abominable foods. All right, let's get Salaki 1 second. Get this precept. It's 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16. It says, "Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Heavenly Father," right, Yahweh, "and the Spirit of the Heavenly Father dwelleth in you." All right, "If any man defile the temple of the Heavenly Father, him shall Yahweh destroy. For the temple of Yahweh is holy, which temple ye are." Man, so our bodies is the temple. All right, so why will we defile our bodies with these abominable foods? It doesn't make sense. And if you're unclean, how can the Lord dwell within you? All right, how can the Lord dwell within a temple that's filthy? All right, the Lord is not dealing with no filthy ass temple. All right, in Acts the 7th chapter, it goes into how the Lord does not deal in a church made with hands, roughly paraphrasing, man. So that just to let you know that the Lord is not dealing with these churches, man. All right, the Lord is only dealing with the Israelites you know, who's on 100% doctrine, man, who got the 100% truth, that's teaching about the charagma, all right, what the charagma is, all right, which is that tiny technology, all right, and things of that nature. All right, so with that being said, you don't want to be putting no abominable fools in your temple, man. You want to keep your temple holy, man, separate, all right, from those abominable fools, and cleansing your body, taking care of it, man, all right, because ultimately it's not yours, it's the Lord's. So why wouldn't you take care of it? All right, now let's go to Acts, all right, because they try to use Acts as well. So I'm gonna grab it. I believe it's Acts 10, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because this is going into Peter. Okay, this is Acts 10, and I'm gonna start at verse 9. It says, on the morrow, as they went on their journey and drew nigh unto the city, Peter went up upon the house to pray about the 6th hour, and he became very hungry, would have eaten, but while they made ready, he fell into a trance, and saw heaven open, and a certain vessel descending unto him, as it had been a great sheet knit at the four corners and let down to the earth. All right, so Apostle Peter, man, he was having a vision, man. All right, the Lord was giving a vision, because it says a certain vessel was descending, so a certain vessel was coming down to him, which was an angel, man. All right, and it says verse 12, wherein were all manner of four beasts of the earth, and wild beasts, and creeping things, fowls are the air of the air. Salakia. Verse 13, and there came a voice to him, rise, Peter, kill and eat. All right, so this vessel was telling Peter to kill and to eat. Okay, and this is what Peter says, man, because these were the foul beasts. Okay, in his vision, what he saw. All right, in verse 14 it says, but Peter said, not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean. So this is Apostle Peter telling the Lord, look, man, I keep the law, statutes, command. I'm not eating nothing abominable or filthy, man. All right, I'm not eating that. All right, to hell with that. So that just lets you know that in the New Testament, in the book of Acts, that they were keeping the law, statutes, commandments the best of their abilities, man. All right, verse 15, and the voice spake unto him again the second time, what the heavenly Father have not cleansed, that call not thou common. Okay, this was done thrice, and the vessel was received up again into heaven. Okay, verse 17, it says, now while Peter doubted in himself what this vision he had seen, right, a vision should mean, behold, the men which were sent from Cornelius had made inquiry for Simpson's house and stood before the gate. Okay, so we're gonna stop there, and then we're gonna jump up to verse let's start at verse 23. All right, Salakia. We'll start at verse 22, and I'll brush through. All right, it says verse 22, and they said Cornelius the centurion, right, a just man. All right, a just man. When you go into that word just man, it means someone who fears the Lord, man. So that proves that Cornelius was an Israelite, because it also said that Joseph was a just man. All right, in Matthew's the first chapter. All right, and it says a just man, and one that feareth Yahweh, and of good report among all the nation of the Jews, was warned from Yahweh by a holy angel to send for thee into his house, and to hear words of thee. Then called he them in and lodged them, and on the morrow Peter went away with them, and certain brethren from Joppa accompanied him. And the morrow after they enter into Caesarea, and Cornelius waited for them, he called together his kinsmen and near friends. And as Peter was coming in, Cornelius met him and fell down to his feet and worshipped him. Right, verse 26. But Peter took him up, saying, stand up, I myself also am a man. All right, so Peter just telling him, like, look, man, you don't have to worship me. I'm just a man. All right, verse 27. And as he talked with him, he went in and found many that were come together. And he said unto them, ye know how that it is unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come in, or Salaki. I'm gonna read it again. And it said unto them, this is the point, And he said unto them, ye know how that is unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or to come unto one of another nation. All right. So continuing on, it says, but Yahweh have showed me that I should not call any man common or unclean. All right. So that vision that Apostle Peter saw, all right, the creeping things in the filthy beasts, that was referring to Cornelius and the men that was with him. All right. And it was basically showing that they were common and unclean. Why? Because they looked like the other nations, but they were Israelites, all right, through the Spirit. Okay, they were Israelites. They were Israelite foreigners, how the apostles say, right? So basically what the whole controversy is that Jews wasn't supposed to be around, other nations, because we supposed to separate ourselves from the other nations. But Yahweh was showing Peter that, look, these are Israelites too. They just look like the other nations because they were scattered. So going back to the point, how people bring out Acts 10 and 12, showing that how Peter said, I'm not going to eat anything common and unclean. That wasn't talking about him physically eating something. All right. It was a metaphor. It was a vision showing that, look, you can be around these men. All right. Because they fear the Lord. All right. And they're Israelites. And only the Israelites are going to fear the Lord. All right. Only the Israelites are going to get this understanding and per se the elect of Israel. All right. And it wasn't talking about them actually eating, swine, beasts, and unclean beasts. All right. So that was pretty much the point on that. And yeah, I'm gonna just read it again. All right, because the point was, the key word was common or unclean. All right, because it says, and he said unto him, ye know how that is unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or to come unto one of another nation. Go to Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. All right, because sometimes the Lord refers the nation of Israel as beasts, man. Because when you see a damn nigga, eating these abominable foods or just doing nigga shit, you're like, man, this nigga's a beast, or he's this or that. All right, he's filthy. All right, and that's how the Jews looked at the Israelite foreigners. Why? Because they didn't grow up in the law, statute, commandments. They didn't know. All right, you had some people who weren't circumcised, who didn't keep a beard. All right, had tattoos and things of that nature, man. It's a whole chaotic, man. All right, so this is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 18. It says, I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of man, that the heavenly Father might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts. All right. It says the sons of men. All right. So we're the sons of men. All right. That and I'm gonna read it again. It says, and I said in my heart concerning the estate of sons of man. All right. And the sons of man also is the other nations. All right. So the sons of man, as in the other nations, what do, man? They do these abominable things, man. They eat, and do wicked things that are outside of the law, statutes, commandments. All right. So that's why they are considered beasts, and the nation of Israel are considered holy and peculiar people. Why? Because the law, statute, commandments separated us from them. All right. And we are not supposed to Jeremiah 10 and 1, learn not the way of the heathen and follow after them, roughly paraphrasing. All right. Because what? You become like a beast. Okay. And we're not beasts, man. We are the sons of power, man. Yasharallah. All right. And that was pretty much the point on that, man. Okay. And actually, let's get Isaiah. I'm gonna close out with Isaiah. This is Isaiah 66. All right. And these for the ones who want to keep eating pork and doing all those abominable things. The Lord got it out for you, man. All right. You want to keep abhorring the law, statute, commandments. You want to keep abhorring this faith and not taking heed to this word. This is going to happen to you. This is Isaiah 66 and verse 15. It says, for behold, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. All right, so the Lord is coming back with those chariots, man. It says, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, man. All the inhabitants of the earth, man, all flesh. and the slain of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, shall be many. All right, so a lot of people are going to die in that day. Verse 17, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind the tree in the midst, eating swine flesh and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. So it says, saith the Lord. So this is the Lord that said this, man. You want to keep doing all that, these abominable foods and swine's flesh, all right? The Lord is going to kill you, man. The Lord is going to destroy you, man. All right? So that's pretty much it on that. We'll close out with that. You know, I pray that this lesson was edifying. Give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakha HaKodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutation to the hopeful elect. Kwam Yasharallah, Shalom.